Hello again. Void Summer is in full effect, so that means that you can visit shirtclown.com and order a Void Signal shirt or mug and use code Void Summer to get 20% off of your order. It helps me, helps the podcast. Those are kind of the same thing. You can also visit voidsignal.net to find previous episodes, playlists, a tip jar, and a link to the Void Signal Patreon. And that's another great way to support me and the podcast. Those are, again, the same thing. Lastly, on voidsignal.net, you can find a link to the Void Signal Discord server. We're going to be having a Discord listening party tomorrow. That is Saturday, May 20th. Hanging out, listening. We're going to try and make this like a regular thing. So it's a way to be social if you don't exactly want to go out. You still get to, talk to some people, listen to some music, kind of a thing. Anyway, hope to see you there. If not, that's okay. I still appreciate your support. And thanks for listening. I appreciate that very much as well. Anyway, let's get on with it. Bye. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. Happy to be off of work and kind of chill out a little bit. It's very hot here in Kansas.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're it's warm here today, but it's like 80 something outside. Like it's not, and Reno tends to have a cool breeze, so it's never too bad, but still.
Not here. It's just gross.
Yeah. Plus humidity where you are.
Yes.
I'm not into it.
Humidity. No, it's the worst.
Yeah, humidity sucks. And it does shitty things to my hair. Like my hair looks like garbage when in humid weather. It gets all fluffy and shit. Oh fuck, I hate it.
Oh, fluffy hair.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for making this work. And for taking the time to come on. You're busy.
I am busy.
Yeah.
I'm hella busy.
Yeah, you're a very busy person. So, aside from, doing music as Morgue VVitch, you work, you've got a million animals, like you are, the witch of the woods, basically.
I wish.
But what else, what else do you have going on in your life right now that you're, excited about?
That I'm excited about? Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. It's spring-ish. It's almost summer. It feels like summer already. So I guess spring didn't exist this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to travel this year. Really, I'm excited for a lot of music-related stuff. Work is work. Not that exciting.
Yeah, you have shows coming up, right?
I do. I have one next Friday in Kansas City at the Record Bar, which will be awesome to see Carol E. I'm excited to see her perform. And then we have a couple other locals that are performing, Monta and Emmeline Twist, which I've seen them before, and they're great. So it's going to be a really fun night. Record Bar is an awesome venue, probably my favorite venue in Kansas City.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then, I'm doing the benefit for Sean Payne on the 3rd in Chicago, June 3rd.
Gotcha.
And then another show that I have yet to announce on the 12th of June.
Gotcha. And I know you had mentioned, I follow you on social media and stuff, so I did see you talking not that long ago about you were considering adding an actual drummer to what you're doing, but it sounds like you kind of changed your mind on that a little bit.
I did, yeah. So I've always struggled with, I want my music to be heavier. I can easily write very melodic and pretty sounding music, but I love that heavier sound, and it's definitely something I want to build more on. And I thought, maybe I need live drums. Maybe that's it. And it's not. I changed my mind. I thought about it and pretty much that simple. I changed my mind. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I actually enjoy being a solo artist.
Hmm.
I never thought I would enjoy it, but I do.
Why did you think you wouldn't?
I mean, I played in a band
Mm.
prior, about a little over a decade ago, so that was great. That was fun.
Mm.
Um, and after I left that, I started collaborating with others, and I didn't think I had the ability to do things on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it was learning
Right.
and getting more comfortable, yeah, doing things solo. And it's, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I
You.
enjoy it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, like, I'm a pretty sociable person myself, so I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand, like, not lead. I don't want to say social crutches. Like, I don't want to say crutches in like a bad thing, but like, social connections, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Understand.
Yeah, it makes sense. Um. So Morgue VVitch going forward is just gonna be you.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Gonna just be me.
Okay. And
Just the solo witch.
what are you planning to do to make your music heavier?
Well, I have some new music coming out this year, so
Mm.
we'll see how people react to that. It is a little heavier.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, just no live drums is me.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I am still keeping it with, my sound. I feel like I do have this, you know, um, unique sound, but I'm building on that and just growing it.
Right.
So yeah, I love that darker, moodier sound. I mean, I love metal.
Mm.
I could never do that,
Right.
but I love metal. So yeah, I mean, just taking little bits of my influences and throwing it in there from all over the place,
Right. Gotcha.
just building and growing.
Gotcha. What would you like to accomplish with Morgwitch? Like, what would you like to see it become?
Well, I've yet to release a full album. I
Mm.
just have my EP and the remix album and a bunch of collaborations. So, I mean, I really want to release this album
Mm.
that I've been working on and hopefully will at some point later this year. Yeah, I would love to do more festivals. I really enjoy doing festivals. So yeah, I would love to travel to new places, um, get out of the West and go exploring and yeah, play new places. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Gotcha. Okay. So album, playing festivals, playing more shows in general. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Um, how do your Morgwitch goals align with your your Tara goals? Like, are they the same, or do you, I'm not trying to like get too personal into your personal life or anything, but just sort of, um, do you see those things as separate?
Honestly, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I feel like it's just me and who I am, what I've done. I mean, I've been doing music for so long in so many different ways that it's just a part of me no matter what. Yeah, I have a
Mm.
job, like a normal 9 to 5 job and working in healthcare, which, I enjoy, but it's not where, my soul thrives.
Mm.
I have to be doing music something. So this is what I have created and what I enjoy building and doing, and I'm going to continue it as long as I can.
Gotcha. That's good. I mean, I'm I'm happy for you. I don't mean to sound like underwhelmed or anything, like, but I just, that's a good answer. Like,
Thanks.
hey, you're welcome. Um, so aside from music, are there other sort of creative endeavors that you have in mind that you'd like to try your hand at?
So I have been toying with this idea of building more with Morgwitch, not
Mm.
just with music, but with other things. On the witchier side,
Okay.
like making voodoo dolls and spell jars and just little things that I love being creative. I love
Mm.
creating things, and I want to continue to do that. I made jewelry with using snake skin, like
Mhm.
my snake's shed, and I've learned to make jewelry with that. So I'm going to continue doing that as well. And yeah, I don't know, it might end up being like a little side business of some cool little witchy things. And yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that was the thing that you did, was like make, make things or anything. That's pretty rad. That's not a thing that I've seen like, ad broadcasted loud on your socials or anything. So,
Yeah. Right now, I'm just been trying to focus on finishing all these projects that I
yeah.
have signed on to. So once I get caught up with that, then I can work more towards
Gotcha.
those other goals.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. So the witchy trinkets is the back burner project for the moment.
definitely. I mean,
Gotcha.
I had some when I played outside KC. I brought some of it with me.
Hmm.
So yeah, there will probably be some stuff at my shows this year.
Gotcha.
Maybe
Um,
not a store quite yet, but yeah,
right.
I'll be bringing some stuff out.
Cool. No, that's cool. I mean, I'm a big fan of like non-conventional merchandise.
Hmm.
So I things that are weird and like it's exciting that you're like gonna add like another dimension of like, oh, you can buy some like, witchy kind of morgue witch kind of things. Like
Right.
that sounds fun.
It is. It's fun to make, and yeah, I hope others enjoy it too. I mean, I used this handmade stick on
Mm,
stage that I made for one of my songs, Changeling,
mm.
and I call it my witch stick. But I made some other ones, some little mini ones, and those sold out
Oh, nice.
during my shows, and so I might make some more of them and some other stuff.
That's cool. That's awesome. What do you do for fun when you have time? It sounds like you don't have much time, but I
I don't have much time.
yeah,
I don't, but I love. I'm sorry. No, I love watching movies. So when I have
gotcha.
downtime, I will usually put on a movie, try to find something that, not mainstream,
Right.
just trying to look for those hidden gems. That's one of my favorite things to do, especially in the horror genre. Always
Yeah.
trying to find that hidden gem.
Oh, me too,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, that's my big thing. And anime.
Hmm.
I've been watching a lot of anime lately.
Gotcha. I mean, it's a thing. Anime is a thing that like I'm not familiar with. It just was never a thing that like I got into. But like the hidden horror gems, I'm definitely a fan of. Like obscure, rando
Yes,
movies. Love that shit. What's the last one that
for
like that
sure.
you found that like stands out to you?
Last one that stands out. Let me think. What did I watch? I watched something here pretty recently that wasn't too bad. I think that Shutter has a lot of really good ones, like a lot of really
Hmm.
good hidden movies. So that place is where I find most of them.
Hmm.
But I did watch. I guess it's not really. I mean, everybody's heard of Skinamarink now, but I mean,
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. It was really different. There was no big like scary jump scares or blood, and it reminded me of this game. Oh, what is that? It's this kid that has this talking teddy bear, and he goes through kind of like it's almost like a maze, but and he's trying to escape this monster, which ends up being his mom in reality. It's pretty interesting.
Okay. Yeah, a Skinamarink was it was interesting. I liked that it was doing something different and
Right.
sort of a fresh take on things. I did find it a little long. But a little slow of pace maybe, but I'm but it was cool. It was a fresh take and everything. Have you seen The Outwaters?
I have not.
It might be up your alley. It's kind of a found footage cosmic horror kind of a thing. Um, it's neat. Like it also feels like kind of a fresh take on kind of old ideas, but
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so aside from movies and stuff, you
Yep.
also have, you mentioned that you have a snake. You also have like a shit ton of other animals, right?
I don't really have that many, but maybe to other people I have a lot.
I was gonna say more than two is a lot.
I definitely have more than two.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I have my snake. I have 3 rescued dogs.
Hmm.
Those are our rescues, and I've got 2 cats. So that's what I have right now. I used to have more reptiles, but
Hmm.
they have passed away.
Gotcha.
So, and I'm not really ready for another one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is understandable. It takes time. Well, what's the next step for you aside from finishing the album and getting these live shows out? Like, is there, what's after you finish the record? What do you want to do for yourself beyond that?
No, I don't really have like a set plan
I mean, that's
or
fine. I'm not.
goal.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
cool. I'm not trying to like, where do you see yourself in 5 years or or anything like that. But
And I can't even look that far ahead. I
yeah,
maybe next year
yeah,
I can look to next year. Next year I want to play new places. I want to get out of the West. I want to, I'd love to hit California.
mhm,
And I've never played California, and I've been asked by several people to come out that way. I have some friends out there. It'd be really cool to go out there and play some places. And, who knows where else. I just want to go all over,
yeah.
travel, see the world. I guess that would be my future. That's a big thing I want to do. Just see new places outside of the US and yeah, travel.
Have you done a lot of traveling in your life?
I wouldn't say I've done a lot.
Mm.
I have been to the only places I've been to outside of the US are Canada, Mexico, and I've been to Ecuador and Panama.
I mean that's
Yeah.
more than one. I would so I would count that as like, some traveling. Like I've been out of the country 0 times. But everybody
I
has different
highly recommend
standards.
it at least once.
Okay.
Just go anywhere. Just to have that view from the outside is
Hmm.
pretty wild. And just to see somewhere new,
Yeah.
that's so much fun.
Yeah. And I do agree with you. Travel is good for people. It's,
It really is.
it broadens your horizons. It makes you a better person.
So too.
Yeah.
Definitely do.
I feel like the experience of travel and like going and doing things is the reward for it is like it's not a thing that's easily measured. Like it enriches you, I would say.
Definitely enrichment. Yeah,
For
for real.
sure. Um,
Learning other cultures,
mm,
eating, different food.
yeah. Have you traveled a lot around the States at all?
I think I've been almost everywhere
Okay.
except maybe not Oregon.
Okay.
I want to go there.
Okay. I was gonna say, what do you have
Massachusetts.
against Oregon? But
Nothing. It looks beautiful from what I see. Just watching like shows, but no, I haven't been there. I want to go to Massachusetts. I think I've been pretty much everywhere, even if it was just driving through.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Oregon's lovely. They don't see the sun much there, but
I would love that.
yeah,
I would
it's
absolutely
pretty.
love that.
Yeah, it's pretty rainy and overcast. At least when I was there, it was just like the whole time. It was just like it looked like the mist, kind of like.
That's perfect. That's like my environment right there. I
Yeah,
would live somewhere like that. Just get me out of Kansas.
yeah.
I am going to leave this place one day and find somewhere spooky and remote.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
up in Kansas?
Well, I was born here.
Okay.
I was created. I was made here.
All right.
So yeah,
So family roots kind of is the reason that you
basically,
were kind of gotcha. Okay.
something
Um,
like that.
okay. But you aspire to depart at some point in the future.
I would like to within the next 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. That's exciting. I mean, I encourage people to move and like, especially move away from like the place that you kind of grew up or that you were raised. I grew up in Florida and
Yes.
like leaving Florida was one of the best things I ever did. Um, I mean, especially with given what's happened to Florida now, but
Right, right. I
uh,
think two places I would not live are Florida and Texas. I'll come visit,
yeah,
but no, that's a no.
that's brave of you. I don't think I'd even visit Florida at this point. I was there last year and it was not great. It was, I mean, no offense to anybody who is in Florida and loves it. Like,
Right, right.
I'm not trying to shame anybody, but it just is, it's not for me.
Definitely not for me either.
Yeah.
But
Again,
that's okay.
too much moisture and,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
one of my least favorite things. Ugh,
right.
yeah,
Lots of moisture, lots of fascism. I'm not, you know, I'm not into either of
yes,
those things.
exactly. Mhm. Same.
Um, well, that's cool. So you were from there and like you're in Kansas City, is that right? Or you're
I am, I say I'm in Kansas City. Technically, I am about 10 minutes outside of Kansas City in a smaller town that
gotcha.
nobody really knows. They've never heard of it. So I just say Kansas City. It's much easier. I am from Kansas City.
Okay.
And so I grew up there and have lived there most of my life.
Gotcha. What's your favorite thing about Kansas City, if there if there is one?
I mean, family is probably my favorite thing about Kansas City.
Gotcha.
Um, Family, friends. There are some pretty places to see, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been here for so long. I'm just kind of bored.
Sure.
But it's not an awful place. It really isn't. I mean, it's affordable.
Hmm.
It's not too bad. There are some really nice places. It's not all cow tipping and, country roads, and it's a decent place. I just want to leave.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I just was curious if like I mean, like Kansas City is probably a little bit more, I would assume it's more, what is the word I'm looking for here? Diverse, progressive than kind of the rurals, I would assume.
That makes sense. Yeah, I
Okay.
would say so.
Okay. If I were traveling to Kansas City, what is a thing that you would be like, oh, if you're going to be here, don't miss this thing?
Oh man. Well, Union Station's pretty cool.
Okay. I don't know what that
Any
is.
just well, if you go anywhere downtown Kansas City,
Hmm.
Plaza area, Power and Light District, just to see it. I guess that would be a big one to see, just to see. I think when most people think of Kansas or Kansas City, they do expect it to be kind of boring and whatnot, but it's almost like a little mini New York down there. It's it's not bad. It's if you like going out, which I don't, maybe a couple of times a year, but it's not a bad place if you like the nightlife and
Right.
seeing some cool buildings and stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
I really
Why
don't have a lot of ideas for cool places.
that that's perfectly fine. It's okay. There's no wrong answers or anything. I'm not gonna judge you of like, well, you
There
didn't give
are
me a
some
cool travel
cool
guide place.
there's some cool haunted places
Oh,
for
that's cool.
sure.
Is that like a thing that you have gone and done is like haunted tours and that kind of a thing?
So I don't live Atchison's maybe an hour away from where I live, so it's not too close, but not too bad. But that place is crazy haunted.
Mhm.
Lots of history there. That would be a place to go if you come to Kansas.
Okay.
Atchison.
Atchison.
Yes,
Okay.
Atchison. Some great stories there.
Um,
Beautiful houses, lots of history.
cool. Here's my follow-up question. You You mentioned that you don't go out much. Um, any particular reason? Like you're just not crazy about it, or you just prefer to kind of like keep your own company and like chill at home, or
I enjoy being home. I'm not a crowd person. I do have social anxiety, so whenever I
mm,
go out, I always kind of struggle a little bit. Even if I'm with friends, it's just me. It's how I've been my whole life.
sure.
And I would try to cope with that with drinking,
Hmm.
and that never worked out in my favor.
Yeah.
So honestly, the best thing for me
Mm,
is why go out if I'm just going to be miserable and do stuff that it's not good for me,
right.
when I could be home and happy and enjoying myself, whether it's working on music or
Mm,
hanging out with family or watching a movie. I go out every now and then, especially if there's a good show,
right.
and I don't want to miss that. I will suffer my way through the anxiety
Hmm.
to enjoy a good show.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. I mean, anxiety was a thing that I struggled with for a long time until I decided to just kind of be embarrassing and and just I'll just get over it that way by just embarrassing myself and everybody else. Who cares? But no, it makes sense. I get that. I'm also I like going out to live music, but there's a lot of like social going out sort of activities that I'm not down for. And like you, in the
Right.
past, I had used alcohol to sort of fortify myself to do that thing.
Right.
And uh,
Mhm.
yeah, like you said, it leads you to places that maybe you don't want to end up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that video game I was talking about. I don't know why I'm blanking, but that's my brain. So
Um,
let's see.
it didn't sound familiar to me when you described it.
It's on the verge of my tongue and I can't remember it.
I
Let's
wanted to
see.
say, but there's no talking bear in Binding of Isaac. So
No, that's not it. I would know it if I heard it.
okay.
Among the Sleep. That's what it is.
Oh,
Among the Sleep.
that's right. I've seen that on Steam. It looked
It's
interesting.
awesome. It is interesting. It's actually really cool.
Cool.
It's sad. It's really sad,
Mm.
but
Do you
it's a
play
lot of
video
fun to
games
play.
when you do have time?
Not as much as I used to.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, maybe my teen years and my 20s, I played more. But no, I really don't play that much. I do enjoy arcades.
Hmm.
I do enjoy arcade games. Those are a lot of fun. But yeah, that requires going out, and that's just a very rare occasion.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. What did you play a lot of like when you were younger? Was there one particular game or anything that you were just like, "Oh, this is my fucking jam"?
There was this game that I absolutely loved called Abe's Odyssey. That game
Oh yeah,
was
with like the
so
little
fun.
I don't even know how to describe him, the little like gross
It's
looking dude.
that would like fart. Yeah,
Yeah.
that game was really fun. It was really fun. I loved that game. I mean, I like older games too. I really like that nostalgia of the 80s,
Hmm.
um, and stuff. But there were also the arcade game that I really liked was House of the Dead. I would go to this arcade until I beat it.
Hmm.
That was a lot of fun. So yeah, maybe if I ever get rich, I'll buy one for my house. I'll buy that game.
You'll just have your
It
own
is
House of
nice.
the Dead that like as soon as you walk in,
Yeah,
like that would be cool. I love that
it
game
would
as
be.
well. It was so good.
It
Shooting
was. It was
zombies and shit.
amazing. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That
I
was
mean
fun.
it's good, clean fun. Uh,
Mhm.
um, thinking of more things to ask you. Um,
Good.
okay. So oh yeah. So recently you did I want to say it was your first, right? Your first remix. Am I misremembering?
Oh my God. Yeah, that was my first remix. I
Okay.
have never released a remix, and I did one for Carry On, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It didn't take me that long to make it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I love Carry On. I think that Hyde is incredibly talented, and just bringing it to that, reason of why I am doing this alone. I think he's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very talented, very creative. And yeah, it's great music and easy to work around his vocals. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'd like to do more remixes in the future when I have time. And
Right.
yeah, see where
Uh,
it goes.
how come this was your first?
I was a little nervous about doing it before. And I did try to do one last year, but with time, I ended up not having time to make the deadline,
Mm-hmm.
and just with other things going on.
Sure.
So it just worked out this year. It worked out this time, and yeah, I decided to throw it out there.
Gotcha. Um, so before you hadn't done it before, just because you were like, not, you didn't feel confident that you could like make something that you'd be super
Right.
stoked about, kind of a thing.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now that you've done it once and you've already said that you want to do it again.
Definitely.
What what do you think you learned by doing it, if anything?
I think it helps if you have like a creative block. I don't know. There was something about working on it. It just sparked so much other creativity in me and all these other ideas. And I loved that. So I feel like it was actually a really great way to get around my creative block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just experimenting with different things. And I don't think that remix exactly sounds like something I would put out normally. And
Mm-hmm.
I still released it.
Right. I mean,
Like,
that's,
this is, who cares?
yeah, I mean, it's got to be liberating a little bit to just be like,
It
I made this
is.
fucking thing and it doesn't sound like my other thing, and that's fine.
Right. And it was cool because I'm still learning a lot, and especially with mixing, I'm still learning, and I mixed that one by myself, and yeah, that was kind of a big thing for me, was really doing every little bit 100%, and I'd mastered, and yeah, I'm proud of it. I think it
Yeah.
came out nicely, and I've had a lot of support on it, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
I would agree. I think it turned out nicely as well. But it's good that you're feeling more secure, more confident in what you're making and what you're doing. I think that's important to like, for artists to feel good about what they're putting out. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
nobody wants to
And I think
release.
that's really important, to enjoy
Mm,
what you do, and make something. It really should be making it for yourself, not what other people want to hear.
mm,
That's how I create my music. I don't think about what somebody else is going to think about this, and oh, I want it to sound like this or these certain artists together. And I don't even really rely on reference tracks as far as sound wise, maybe mixing wise, but um yeah, I just want to put out stuff that I'm proud of for
mm,
myself, and not really care what other people are thinking. I mean, I'm happy when people enjoy what I make, and that is a great feeling, and I love that. But at the same time, I'm not making it for other people.
mm.
It's still more like a very therapeutic for me to create. And I honestly don't know what else I would do with my time aside from doing music.
Yeah.
It's what I enjoy most.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And that's good. I mean, like, it's a thing that you're good at. I was listening to, I've been listening to your discography, in the run up to doing this. And then, today before the show, I watched your live stream performance kind of a thing from like a couple months back.
Oh yeah, for the
Uh,
Heretics.
yeah,
Blasphemy Records. Yeah, that was fun.
yeah. It was a wonderful performance. It was nice to watch and like to see. Did you feel more comfortable doing that versus doing like an in-person thing?
It was different. I did that in my closet.
Yeah,
I have gutted my walk-in closet and I use it as a practice space, performance space,
Mm,
and it kind of shapes in an L. So I also have my, recording spot. And it was interesting. Like the lights, I figured out how to do some lights in my closet. I just had
mm.
this like rig going on in my closet. I'm sure my neighbors were thrilled. I have a window in my closet. Yeah, that was that was a lot of fun. It is different,
Hmm.
but I do enjoy performing in front of people. I really do. I love performing. I've been performing probably since I was 3,
Hmm.
and it's just kind of like a thing. I mean, it's different up there. I would rather be on stage than loose out in the middle of a crowd.
You'd rather be performing than mingling, is what you're saying.
Basically, yes.
Okay, all right. I mean, takes all kinds, I guess. See, I would much rather be like in the crowd, like chatting people up, than on a stage. Like the moment that all eyes are on me, I get way nervous. So, uh,
I just get nervous talking.
no, it's understandable. Um, do
Yeah,
you okay? So one thing that we need to back up on, and I have to ask a follow up question on. You have a window in your closet?
I do. I have a window in my closet.
I mean, that's weird,
It's
right?
strange. It is strange, but
I mean, I've never had
I
a
don't know.
closet that had a fucking window in it. That it's strange. It is weird. It's weird.
It is weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's
I
my
mean,
closet.
I'm not shaming you for your closet and its and its
Just one little
windows.
tiny window that I could probably fit through. But yeah, it's there.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it seems like a feature that might be cool. Like, oh, what's the fucking weather outside? Let me look. Um, I mean,
Yeah,
I can see the value in it. It just is strange.
it is strange. So I have my bedroom in the bottom ground level
Mm,
of my house, and in my room, it's completely dark. That's one of the reasons why I'm down there. I love the darkness,
hmm.
and
Really?
it's just really strange. So
Mm,
like laying there, just really, it's like as deep as it's deeper than a grave. I guess it's probably 8 feet, maybe. I don't know, well, more than that.
yeah.
So yeah, basically, I live underground in the dark, and then I
Right.
have this closet with this tiny little window that I can look out.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it sounds like you really are, the morgue witch. Like, oh, I got all my animals and I have a weird window in my closet that I that I look at the world through and I
yeah.
sleep in the dark. I mean, we
Basically,
all
the
sleep in the dark mostly,
dark.
but you know what I mean. You get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from the red glowing of my snake's terrarium,
Right. But I mean, that just makes it even more, fits sets the mood even more.
that's definitely a mood.
Right. I also just have to comment on the fact that, like, I love the fact that the Morgue VVitch logo, like, you admitted to, loving metal, but what you make
Sorry.
is, not metal.
So,
But I definitely love that the Morgue VVitch logo is just like metal as fuck. I love it so much.
I love it too. And the designer, her name is Emily Keefe, and she's done a lot of my artwork. Um, Amazing. I just gave her the idea of what I wanted, and she came up with that, and it looks really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I agree. I think it's super rad, and it fits in a way. It sets the expectation for me a little bit of I'm excited. Like when I first started following you on social media, I hadn't checked your music out or anything yet. And then you had posted the Morgue VVitch logo, and I was like, this is cool. Like, I can't wait to check this out now. And it was nice to be surprised. Do you know what I mean? Like, to be like, I was going into it expecting one thing, and then what I got was beautiful melodies and soft singing and but witchy, and it's cool. Like, you make cool things,
Nice.
I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Well, the last question that I'm going to put to you is just, well, I kind of already asked. I asked what you were enjoying lately, right? I mean, I kind of did. I asked what you were what you did in your spare time. I don't know if that counts or not. But do you? Okay, here's a question I do want to ask.
Okay.
As a witch, do you do you have a favorite film about witches yeah, I guess that's the whole question. What is your favorite sort of witch film?
There's some good ones. Let's see, my favorite. I mean, obviously I love the movie The Witch, but
Yeah.
there are also some other ones. Suspiria is a big one.
The remake
I
or
think
the
that
original?
Oh man, they're both so good. That one's really hard.
Yeah.
And I actually got to see the original version on the screen while Goblin performed. That was such a cool experience. That was amazing.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm even, I'm a fan of both soundtracks too. I think that Tom York did a really, really great job on the remake. It's beautiful. It's amazing. So yeah, usually I'm not a big fan of remakes, but that one was really well done.
Yeah, I would agree. Really
well done.
At the risk of invoking the wrath of many, Giallo fans and everything, I think I liked the remake a little bit better. Like, it just felt a little bit more snappy, and I think the all-female cast kind of added a lot. I mean, aside from the detectives that they strip and do whatever too, but I mean, Tilda Swinton, I could watch her do anything.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Big fan. Definitely.
Yeah. I felt like the remake was maybe a little more horrific in a way. I don't know. I was really fond of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Any others that come to mind? I feel like there's not a ton of good witch movies aside from The Witch, Suspiria, and I don't know that I could name another one.
is really good.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
really
disagree.
I'll send you what you don't like.
No, I did not. I was I don't know. It was, I don't know. I just felt I was frustrated with it, I guess. I was why is this happening now? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
That one's a good one.
All right.
I'm a fan of the soundtrack on that one too.
I don't remember it. So I can't really comment. I just remember being pretty, I mean, it was, I'll say this about it. Overall, my impression of it was oh, I'm not crazy about this, but there were scenes in it that I was all this is actual horror. This is total horror show fucking stuff happening. And I wasn't entirely cool with it, but it was, Uh, I mean, it's memorable. So, I mean, it's like, it's one of those movies that it's like, you're either going to love it or hate it, but you will have an opinion on it, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Hello, I am back, I think.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
All right. Hooray. Yeah, sorry about that. Um, I don't remember what the fuck. We were talking about which movies. Oh, Pie Wacket. Have you seen Pie Wacket?
I have not. I have not even heard of that. Is it
Um,
old or new?
uh, recent-ish. Within the last 10 years, I'd say. Um,
Okay.
sort of a kind of A24-ish, but it's like it's a hidden gem. Like the people I've
Thanks.
recommended it to have really enjoyed it. It might be up your alley. It's
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I feel like there's like sort of an like I would love to see more like witch sort of films get made. I guess I feel like there's not enough of them.
There really isn't. There really
Um,
isn't.
oh, I'm being ignorant by not mentioning Season of the Witch, which is like a George Romero movie or whatever. Like I
Hmm.
do like that movie a lot. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that in a long time.
Yeah, it was better than I expected it to be. I'm usually pretty like, and I mean, I does The Wicker Man count as like a witchcraft movie? I mean, they're pagans.
Yeah, I would say so. I think the really good ones are based off of history. Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know. I think those are
Well,
interesting.
I think The Wicker
Time period
Man,
pieces
sure.
was. Yeah,
I think The Wicker Man is based on true events. I think
interesting.
Christopher Lee burned a man alive in a. No, I have no idea. I'm making shit up, but um, I yeah, I wasn't sure if that one counted or not, but like I feel like it kind of does. I feel like it's close enough
It's close enough.
for sure. Um, well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. We're at 48 minutes or so, but the last question I'll put to you is just what's something that you've been enjoying recently? It doesn't have to be anything like, some big extravagant answer, just something that you're happy about.
Hmm. Right now I've been working from home,
Mm,
which is great. So just I love it. I do. I love having my dogs with me right there, sitting next to me.
mm,
Um, it's been peaceful. It's nice. I enjoy that. I've got some animes I've gotten into that I've been watching.
mm.
Hunter x Hunter right now. I think I'm on episode 38 out of
Okay.
I don't know how many.
Okay.
There's a lot. That's fun. Yeah, I'm pretty simple. I don't really do a lot of crazy stuff like I said, I don't really go out that often.
Right.
Um, I went out and saw Renfield.
Okay. All right. I saw that recently.
That was enjoyable.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It really was.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it seems like a lot of your sort of your crazy outlet for for, instead of like going out and getting like insane and crazy or anything, it seems like your outlet is more kind of social media a little bit. Like you post often. And that's not a criticism by
Mm.
any means. I just was like after I like announced that like you were gonna be on the show and stuff, I was like, holy shit, like Tara is like serious business, like hyping stuff up and like get ready for my shows and get ready for my this. Here's my new single. What's up? Like you're
Oh,
very
yeah.
you're very like present, I guess I would say.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. I'm also trying to be more present for my fellow, music friends and, all their endeavors. And a lot of my friends are outside of Kansas City. So, yeah, social media is a platform for me to use to, also stay in communication with them and know what's going
Mm,
on and, trying to book more shows and get out there. It's a necessary evil. I
mm.
can't really say I love social media because I don't.
Yeah, no,
I really don't.
I don't either. I
Not for what? we have to do. I mean, it is necessary.
Hmm.
It sucks, but
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, pushing
I
and
like it
yeah,
sometimes. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, look at all these follows. And like, well, like if somebody like reposts my shit or, something like that, I'm all like, oh, this is fucking great. But like for the most part, like it's pretty crap.
it is very toxic. A
Yes.
lot of negativity. So
Is
it's easy to get sucked into this, disgusting pit of filth on the
Yeah.
internet. And yeah,
Yeah. Is that a thing you've had to deal with a lot?
I have my share.
Mm.
I've definitely had my share.
I mean,
But
sure.
I try to keep myself uninvolved in certain things, and certain individuals, and
Sure.
try to stay away from
Mm.
the negative. Because yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people that just sucks it up.
Yeah.
If I'm around, that kind of negative energy,
Mm.
then yeah, it tends to like cling to me. So yeah, I try to stay away from it
Mm.
as much as I can.
Yeah. Makes sense. And I was gonna say that like, being a woman on the internet, I'm sure I'm sure you've had to deal with a whole host of fucking bullshit. Just for that reason, let alone trying to be an artistic person who's like making something that, every
Um,
armchair music critic decides to to fucking chime in on. So I get that. That
definitely,
makes sense. But
definitely have had to deal with some not so fun stuff
mhm,
on that end. Yeah, there's just some very interesting folk out there.
yeah.
Uh, yeah,
That's one word that we can that we can use for it. Um, okay, well, I just to answer the question myself, something I've been enjoying lately is I had a mortality check recently, and it's been I kind of felt some like depression kind of kicking in, but it was nice to pull myself out of that and just be like kind of course correct a little bit. So I guess I would say that the thing I've been enjoying lately is just like having a newfound appreciation for the people around me and the things that I have going for me. I guess is just that like there's a lot of people that care about me that I guess kind of was a
it's
little bit
very
tone deaf
true.
to. So
I think that we all just kind of are on this journey that is full of ups and downs, and sometimes there are
mm,
more downs than ups, and
mm,
when we do have those ups, it's just best to just enjoy them the best we can, really be in the moment, and
mm,
not take those moments for granted. Because yeah, I mean, happiness is it's a strange thing because it really is a state of mind.
mm,
Can't really, you can't rely on other people to make you happy.
right.
You can't rely on anybody to make you happy or anything other than yourself. And it's really easy to get stuck in those deep, dark places and live there for a while. And
Mm,
you know what? That's okay as long as you can come out of it. As long as you make yourself get out of those. And
mm.
yeah,
Absolutely. I agree. And it's yeah, it's been nice. And so anyway, that's what I've been enjoying recently, but that is it.
um,
That is all I've got for you. Just a brief 1 hour interrogation of, tell me about Kansas City and who the hell Tara Savidra is. Am I pronouncing your last name right? Savidra? Is that
it's
right?
Saavedra.
Oh, I was way the fuck off, but it was I was like, oh, there's two E's, obviously. Okay, but I guess not. Okay.
Yeah, it's Saavedra. It
Okay.
is originally, well, it's Spanish. My
Okay.
my grandfather was from Spain,
Okay.
and my grandmother was from Italy. But yeah, so Saavedra is Spanish.
Gotcha.
It's also Persian, but my grandfather was Spanish.
Okay. Also Persian. That's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, it is true.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Well, but anyway, that was it. That was the whole interrogation of who the hell
Same.
you are. Thank you for coming on the
Yeah,
show and for
yeah, thank you.
for being involved in like the thing I'm doing. And
Hell
um,
yeah. I love it.
thank you, thank you.
Wonderful.
Please keep making music and keep pursuing the Morgue VVitch thing. The music scene needs it, and I'm looking forward to what you make next. I'm excited for you to finish this album. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
looking forward to for you hearing it.
yeah, me too. Also big hint. I love getting stuff early. So,
Yeah,
yeah, by all means, like send me whatever whenever it's ready. Whenever you think
totally.
another person is should hear it, I would love to. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Well, I will let you go and enjoy the rest of your
All
evening.
right.
But thank
You
you so much
too.
again for your
Wait, what was
time.
the name of that movie? What was the name of that
Oh,
movie?
Pie Wacket. I
Pie
will
Rocket.
I will text it to you
Okay.
right now just because like who the fuck is
Wait.
ever gonna remember Pie Wacket?
Yeah,
Um
that's not an easy one to remember.
no.
I'm definitely looking for it.
Okay.
I'm serious about this hidden
Yes.
gem business I
It
have.
is.
Yes.
This one is an absolute hidden gem. Like
Okay.
there's like one semi kind of famous person in it and then the rest is all
Okay.
like unknowns and like it was good. It was so good. It was so good. But
Nice.
yeah, report back on
I
on
will.
your thoughts. Um,
I will do
and
that.
yeah, by all means, send over any hidden gem recommendations that you stumble over. I am always on the
Yeah,
lookout for sure.
definitely.
All right, cool. Well, enjoy the rest of your
You
evening, and thank you
you
again so
too.
much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good night.
Right. You too.
Bye.
Bye.